Hello everybody and welcome to your ninth Java tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about something called continue, which is a way that we can go to the next iteration of the loop without having to execute every single piece of code inside the loop. So without further ado, let's have a look at some code. Now we've started this section by printing out the line let's start the loop, and we're going to have a for loop that starts at 0 and while I is less than 10, and we're going to increment I by 1 with every iteration of the loop. Now, if you look at the next section of code, in the loop, I have an if statement that says if I modulo 2 equals 0, or in other words, if when we divide I by 2, we get a remainder of 0, or in other words, even more, if I is an even number, then we're going to continue and go to the next iteration of the loop. Now, if that evaluates to false, we don't continue, and we print out the value for I. Now, if you haven't been following my other tutorials, don't get too concerned by this line. The modulo symbol basically just means what is the remainder of a division. So we're dividing I by 2, and we're going to take that remainder and we're going to compare it to 0. Now, when we hit continue, that means we go straight to the next iteration of the loop, ignoring the rest of the code within the loop. So as you can see here, is 1 an even number? When we divide 1 by 2, do we have a remainder? Well, yes, we do. So we skip the continue and we print it out. Now, when we go to 2, we check is 2 an even number? When we divide 2 by 2, do we have a remainder? Well, no, we don't. That is equal to 0. So we continue and we never reach this line of code here. So as you can see, we don't print it. And then once we've gone through every iteration of the loop until I is no longer less than 10, we then break out of the loop and print that we have finished the loop. So that was continue. In the next tutorial, we're going to be starting to learn all about functions, and it's going to start getting really interesting. So stick around for that, and thank you for watching this tutorial.